few boxes to unbox here today. For all practical purposes, unless it's too big, I may start using this as the unboxing area, just because I'm getting busier and busier and I get projects out that I'm constantly doing on my different various tables. And as you can tell, this shop is a bastion of organization, which eventually, over time, will be solving that problem. So anyways, let me tell you about this product here. What this is, you may have seen a little while ago, I showed that I got some Rand CLP in to test out. Well, the Rand CLP that I got in to test out, I got that just by going on their website and filling out a deal, and they sent me a little package. Well, John, and John, forgive me if I mispronounce your last name, Miodonka, I believe that's how you say his name. He is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing over there at Rand, and he saw my video about Rand, and he contacted me and has sent me something here, because it's hard to evaluate what, it's hard to evaluate a lubricant, especially whenever, again, the small package that I had, I was having to be very sparing with it and select for what I used it for and everything. And so what John's done is he has sent me a full bottle of the CLP, and I'm going to put it into the, not really competition, but just trying it out. Right now I'm testing the Q20, a couple of products from Q20. Update on them, I like them. It's good stuff. It's a little bit different than, say, like the Rand or the Frog Lube. The Rand and Frog Lube seem like they are going to be neck and neck with each other as far as they're in the same niche genre. Very, very similar in the way that you describe them. If you were just to give the traits of each one of them, the general, talking points about them, and not say the name brand, it'd be hard to discern which one you were talking about. Now, from what I've seen so far, they each do seem to have their merits, but I'm going to be just trying them out and testing them out and seeing how I like them. Now, I'm also, there's a few other things that I've been working with, and it's one of those things where like I've said in some of the videos past, I'm finding that there's all these different lubricants and CLPs and stuff out there, and everybody says theirs is the best, of course, but I'm finding that there is no one CLP, there is no one. There is no one CLP or lubricant or cleaner to do everything. Well, let me take it back. They will do everything, but if what I'm trying to find here is I'm trying to find what each product does the very best out of the ones that I have. And for me as a gunsmith and in my situation, what this is going to allow me to do is for a given issue that I have, for a given problem that I need solved, it's going to allow me to use the product that will best address that problem and that issue on that gun. Now, some of the products like Rand, Frog Lube, some of these that allow you, that they have multiple uses. Like with the Q20 products, they're very good at what they do, but I wouldn't want to go and cover the polymer or the wood stock of my gun with the Q20 products. Whereas with these would be great for that. And so that's something to consider also, is where I may utilize the one that solves my problem the best, but I know some of these, like Rand and Frog Lube, that it will work very well in other parts of the gun or to solve other issues with that gun. Maybe I'm talking in circles here. What I'm getting at is, the point is that I'm trying to find to where, out of all these that I'm competing against each other and testing out, I'm going to find what each one does the best out of the group, and I'm going to categorize that. I'll let you know what I found, and because they're all so good and they're so close in their lubricating properties and stuff like that, that it's to choose just one. I don't know that I could do that, because I'm finding each one of them has their strong points. So anyways, that's the Rand CLP. It appears John's given me a price guide and some information. Of course, with the Rand, anytime that you get someone like, like you're a Kyle Lamb or any of your big names out there, whatever, they put their name behind something like this, it does mean something. And so you got to take that into consideration. But either way, that's what's going on there. And John says, thanks for testing. Let me get your feedback. John, I will. And let you guys know what's going on. And everybody knows whenever I do this testing and stuff, I appreciate the opportunity to do the testing. I appreciate the gift of the different lubricants or different whatever it is that I'm testing. I humbly accept them, and I try to do the best job that I can to figure out what's going on. But I'm fair to everyone, and I'm honest about it. And but again, like what I said, I'm finding that everyone seems to have a spot. So John, thank you, and guys, stay tuned. And I probably won't have one end-all be-all video about the different lubricants I'm testing or about any one. I will probably just continually do updates about these and talk about all of them. If I decide that one of them's a standout, I'll do a video on it. But either way, just stay tuned, and we'll keep going. Here in this unboxing, I'm actually using one of my older knives. This is a Smith & Wesson. It's their Extreme Ops, and this knife has a good bit of wear and tear on it. This is probably one of my absolute favorite knives. The clip on it is nice and fat, so even if I've got some heavier pants on with a thicker pocket material that's hemmed or something, I can, without having to use two hands to open up the clip, it'll go right over and in. The blade is very easy to sharpen, and it holds an edge pretty well. It's got a good profile on it, and it's just been an excellent knife, and the knife was under 20 bucks. That's a big deal, because with that being said, I don't hesitate with this one to kind of get rough with it and use it as a tool, whereas some of my CRKT knives, I mean, that's a chunk of change, to go and just scratch around. This is kind of an anticlimactic video. What this is Arco Release from Brownells, and it's a release agent. Like if I'm doing any stock bedding, any work with epoxies, anything like that, this allows me to paint it any place that I don't want the epoxies or the glue to adhere to. Let it dry, and then it creates a polymer base that will peel off or keep the solvents from sticking to to the base metal or whatever the product may be. It might be polymer or whatever, the substrate. So there's that. Now let's see here. This one, let's see what we've got. I don't know what this one is. Does everyone, is everybody feeling cured and healthy and no medical problems now? I know that my knees and back don't hurt anymore because, what, yesterday was when Obamacare hit, and I am healed. Obamacare. Obamacare about himself. That's it. They'd listen. Liberal crazies out there would just listen to what the people had to say. But no, they don't care. They know best. What this is a boring bar for the lathe. And some of you guys have asked me about when are we going to get to see the lathe? I'm going to show plenty of stuff using the lathe. The lathe was purchased knowing that it had some things that needed to be repaired. I've been in the process of repairing those. There's been a couple of other things I found as I made the repairs and started using it a little bit. I found other things that needed to be addressed, and so I'm going to get all those taken care of where the lathe will actually work good before I start doing too many videos and stuff with it. I've already been doing some barrel threading and stuff like that on it, but it's a little bit of, it's some work right now. It's not cut and dry and simple. It's taking extra time. The way I'm having to go about things is a little unconventional, which is no news to anybody that has watched my my channel for very long. You know that I do a lot of unconventional things, especially with machining. But either way, this is a boring bar, and this one's set up, it takes the carbide triangular inserts, and this one's set up to where a lot of your boring bars only, they're kind of set up almost like a fly cutter to where they only cut on the outside. This boring bar cutter, the way that this one is set up is that I could actually do a little bit of plunging with this, which means instead of just having an opening that I want to increase the diameter, this one will actually allow me to increase the depth as well, a little bit. It's not going to allow you to do a whole bunch of hogging. That's a technical term. But either way, it's just another in the long line of tools that I'll be purchasing for that thing. And now, here, this is nothing special. This is, I think this is Harbor Freight. Now you guys like to see the gun stuff. I apologize that I've not had as much time and not been putting up as many videos. I have been so covered up with work that I've not been able to put time into into filming the stuff. I've not been had time to put into editing the stuff. I've just been covered up, and I'm very thankful and I'm humbled. Some of you, my viewers, have sent me work, and I appreciate that very much. And I'll try to continue to get videos up and going. Now let's see here. Those are fly cutters. Fly cutters cut. These are really mainly for mills. I was just talking about a fly cutter. And you'll see, fly cutter spins, and it's designed to cut a fairly wide area. Just a few different things that I'm gathering up. So we'll put that over there. Other things that I got, trying to keep that from falling. Ordered in some nitrile and some nitrile gloves here. If you guys need gloves, work gloves, nitrile gloves, don't overlook Harbor Freight. go to Harbor Freight's website, and you can usually always just do a Google search. That was my dog out there barking at the trash man. You can do a Google search for coupons, Harbor Freight coupons, and or coupon code. And I've never seen a time yet where there wasn't a code available, like 20% off or something like that. Sometimes more. But these gloves were cheaper by about $5 a box than anywhere else I've found, and they get delivered right to your door. So you don't have to have Harbor Freight near you to go to their website and order this stuff. This other box, I'm going to save it for its own video. It's about a product warranty. I want to talk about it in its own video because it deserves its own video. Good company. So, what we've got here is a new fiber optic front sight for the Smith & Wesson revolvers. And this is a really, really nice front sight. It's going on the 629 that I have done a barrel swap and a cylinder swap, done some other work. I'm not sure how much you can see that from that angle, but that's a very bright sight. It's got a big tube on it, and then this little thing here is something that I'm going to use. I'm going to convert a conventional AR gas block into an adjustable gas block. So here is that sight. Kind of hard to tell from this angle here. That sight, it's super bright. There we go, you can see how bright it is. It's still not doing it justice. Definitely likes to glow. And this little guy here, what I'm doing with it is it's going to be, see, it's basically a grub screw, but it's got this little indentation on the end, and it'll allow me to use it. I'm going to profile it down and basically make it a needle valve so I can create an adjustable gas block from a regular A2 gas block and front sight. Can never have too many feeler gauges. Feel her gauges, get it? Okay guys. Hey everybody, this is Haley. It's like having Robert Downey Jr. be your star. I had her all ready to go, and she shows up, gets out of her trailer, and she's got her shirt dirty and she's been partying. These movie stars, you can't do anything with them. So this is Haley. She is my second little shooter, and unfortunately for her, she's got blue eyes like me and looks more like me. Kendall looks like her mother, so hopefully her mother will, her mother's genes will do well for her too. So anyways, I digress. Go ahead and do a quick unboxing. Haley's going to help me. This is a Browning High Power that I just did a complete refurbishment on, and you'll see the video of it coming up. This thing looked like a piece of rebar whenever I got a hold of it. So it's a Belgian Browning High Power. It's a very nice gun, but like I say, it looked like a piece of rebar. So turned out really nice, and I'm very happy and pleased with the way it turned out. So figured we'd do a little unboxing here. Redfield Counter-Strike. That's a Red Dot sight. Looking forward to testing it out. It's going on the TDC Tactical PDW. What that is our new our PDW personal defense weapon that I'm in the process of getting created, and it is, the purpose in the PDW is it's an AR pistol. As a matter of fact, I'll show you a general idea of what we're talking about here. This is hodgepodge right now. This is not the complete product, but it is an AR pistol with a specific length barrel. It has, this is your general idea here, and everything that's on this gun is on it for a reason, in the sense that all of the products will have been chosen for replacement of the gun that sits beside your bed at night. And we'll go into that in its video and everything, but it's going to get the Redfield Counter-Strike. We're going to do some testing on it. Some 9mm projectiles. These are some more 9mm projectiles. These are Barnes. These are hunting rounds. Looking at doing a little handgun hunting soon. Let's see. What do you think about that? Oh yeah? Are you sure? This is, it's not assembled. You can see there, it just holds items when you're painting them. A little gimmicky thing that I got picked up real cheap. Just wanted to test it out, see how well it does. You'll see it in some upcoming stuff just as I use it and see if it works any good or not. So the back to the PDW, that's going to be a model that we're actually going to have. It's going to be in a few stores. There will be some people carrying it for us. And this first model, the very first one, our prototype, I will sell the prototype. But I'm going to sell it not to one of the stores that's wanting to carry it for us. It's going to be sold to an individual that is interested in getting it because it is our prototype. I can't tell you some of the things we're going to be doing because the patent stuff isn't through, and I don't want to be copied. And you know, it's some pretty groundbreaking stuff that we're doing. This is tool post holders. This is for the lathe. It's quick change tool post. It's what holds the lathe tooling, and it lets me, just by throwing a lever, change tooling out. But you have to put the tooling into these inserts here. So the more of these you have, the better off you are, the quicker you can do things. There's that. Over here, this is from somebody. I'm not going to open it right now until I see exactly what it is. The individual may not want their stuff out on video. So these are the Barnes all copper TAC XP bullets. They're 9mm. And what I'll do is I'll zoom in on a lot of this stuff here in a minute and let you guys see the stuff up close. How are you doing, Haley? These bullets, these are the berries bullets. And these are lead-free, guys, with her being there. Lead-free. Don't go freaking out. Oh, are you getting upset? Well, goodness. Let's see here. Oh, you just didn't want that, did you? She's gonna make it as long as her older sister doesn't love her too hard. She loves her hard. That's the best way I can describe it. This is the Redfield Counter-Strike. I'll open it up real quick. And then we'll cut it off because someone's getting upset. Redfield Counter-Strike, nice little red dot. It sits up pretty high. That's part of the reason why I wanted it. It's got a built-in laser underneath there. And saying that this one has a built-in laser, it's not like some of the cheaper units. This is a nice heavy-duty unit. Some people may or may not like the exposed buttons. But either way, we're going to put it through its paces, test it out, and you'll know what we think about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll roll in the close-ups of these here in just a minute. Deep hollow point. Very good hunting rounds. And of course that's the berries round on the left there. Do a quick unboxing this morning. It is early. It's about 5 o'clock. What I'm going to start doing is trying to work really early in each day instead of working in the evening so late. Let's see if that might work a little bit better for me in my scheduling. Samson. Nice little Samson rail. This is going on a gun that I'm cutting the barrel and rethreading it. And let's see here. This is some Harbor Freight stuff. Of course, everyone knows all about their catalogs, but like what I told you guys in the past, do not underestimate Harbor Freight and their coupons and stuff. Starting to be the cold season, getting the sniffles. Alright, what this is a bullnose live center for the lathe. And the way that this thing's set up and what it does is it chucks into the tailstock of the lathe and lets you put something over it and it spins. It's got a, I'll say decent ball bearing in it because this is a Harbor Freight jobber, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that they probably use the best bearings in the world, but they work. I wanted to get just a set of detail brushes, and I'll be trimming these down just for doing touch-up stuff. And this is just a little kit for cleaning airbrushes with, or you know, small, tiny pipe cleaner brushes. There's that.